When's the last time you were around someone that you don't really like? Whether it's that their personality's annoying, you don't like them, there's just something about them that rubs you the wrong way. How did you react? What did you do? Is there anything you would have done differently? My challenge to you is that the next time you're faced with that situation where you have somebody that you don't like, is to act in a way that is true to yourself and to not escalate. I want to tell you a story about how this methodology helps me and how it changed my entire season. During my past hockey season, we came in and there was a culture that was already implemented. Some guys knew each other and they had something that was what their plan was. We had a captain and an assistant captain based on the coach's decisions, whether it be difference in personalities or whatever. I disagreed with that decision. I thought that the captain and assistant captain were not fit to be in leadership positions. That instead of being good leaders, which is they help other people to go along, they were bad leaders, meaning that they tried to drag people along with them down their path. Now at the start of the season, I thought that we could implement change, that by just saying, hey, we should do this, it's going to work. I would be able to be received like that. However, I came to realize that those individuals had a very strong idea of where they were going, and it was separate from where I wanted to be. Initially, my reaction was to be indignant, to be upset, to ignore them. But as Marcus Aurelius says in Meditations, to turn your back on your fellow man is nothing but an obstruction. It was when I revisited the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, I noticed something. A lot about what the book talks about is making other people important. Being genuinely interested in what they think, what they feel, asking them questions. What that means is that you're not putting yourself at the center of the conversation. Whenever you have yourself at the center, what you're doing is you're creating a fear factor in somebody else. You're trying to take something from them. But if you give something to them, being attention and thought and thoughtfulness, they're more likely to listen to you. By automatically trying to just butt heads and say, I'm bigger and stronger than you, I'm more prepared, what you're going to end up doing is just creating a culture of indignance and unappreciation. So what did I do with the captain and assistant captain? I asked questions. I wasn't looking for something that they were doing wrong, but I genuinely was interested in their methodologies. For example, we have a game and we lost. Why are we going out drinking after? To me, that seems ridiculous. If you win, sure, enjoy your time, celebrate. But if you're losing, I don't think it's acceptable to go act like you won. To celebrate is not something I would agree with in that situation. To bring that up to the captain, he says, well, the guys need to relax. Okay, continue to ask questions. Do the guys need to relax by staying out till 1 a.m.? It's not really relaxing. It's not really recovering. It might mentally be a little bit freeing, but you're not acting in a way that is actually going to help you recover come Monday to practice. By following these lines of questioning, you're able to get to the root of the problem and expose what the flaws in other people's thinking is. You can find out, okay, you're making an excuse that I disagree with, and you don't ever need to say, you're wrong, this is why. Let them do it themselves. Everybody is going to realize if you question them that, hey, like maybe I'm wrong. If I can't answer these questions, then there's something obviously amiss. I want to jump forward in our season to about the 2/3 way through. It's been consistently the team following the captain, doing things that aren't really advantageous for their success. I have been staying on my own route, kind of separate, doing my own thing. I'm the only one on the team that has been committed to go play somewhere else this next season. I take a look at our captain. He needs shoulder surgery. I'm not saying that's directly his fault from partying or not stretching or not being in the gym, but there's an element that if he was, it's less likely. Take a look at our assistant captain. He was thrown out of the team 2/3 of the way through the year for fighting someone in practice. Why? Because he couldn't control his emotions. To ask these questions and let those people prove themselves wrong opened the way for the proper leadership to shine through. Our new captain was somebody who was strong in values, supported people, and helped us ultimately to bind together as a team, and we had a phenomenal end of the year. Now, there are a few exceptions to these kinds of rules, letting other people prove themselves wrong. Really, the two big ones are, one, if there's an immediate threat to somebody, physically or mentally or any such way. If there's something that is beyond words, it needs to be answered in beyond words. If somebody is physically threatening you, physically threatening somebody else, intervention needs to happen immediately. The same thing could be said when rights are being revoked. The right to freedom of speech, the right to free assembly, any of these things. Basic human rights, constitutional rights within the United States, all of these things are essential. And when it's obvious that something isn't in alignment with that, something needs to be said. It's not just your responsibility to watch out for yourself in those situations. When you have the power and the confidence to know who you are, to be in a world that you are you, and to be okay with violence or racism or anything such as that is unacceptable, because it's not who you are. So the next time that you're faced with difficult situations, whether it be someone you don't like, a situation you disagree with, ask questions. More knowledge can never hurt anybody. The more we know about our enemies, the more we can relate to them. The more we can relate, the better we can understand their motivations and figure out how to live harmoniously.